if the guy buys you, let's just say your favorite purse, let's say a Dior purse or some shit like that,
A
then
Birkin, all
y'all
right?
break up, is he fucked up if he takes it? I want to hear y'all emotions if the gift get taken from you, not the other way around.
Why can't
Oh,
we
wait. If it gets taken, like,
Yes.
okay.
Y'all
So
break up.
how would you
yeah,
like?
I
How would
give
you?
something
later,
expensive. I
he
take that
said,
shit back.
Dior, it's not yours no
I'm
more.
snatching
Give me
that shit back
shit.
like my edges.
What the hell?
Talk to me, this could get interesting. Know you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is it your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time?
Talk to me. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I am your co-host with the most, who will be leading today's episode, and I'm joined with my other co-hosts, Elsa, Ria, and Dom. But we also have a special guest in the house, and that is Miss Michelle Johnson. What's up, Michelle? Hey, twerk some. How you doing, girl?
Hi, lady. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. It's good to have you on here.
I'm so honored.
Well, Michelle, since this is your first time on the podcast, we'll just kick it off. And I want you to just tell the viewers a little bit more about yourself, where you come from, who you are, things like that.
Okay. So I am Michelle Johnson. There are a few Michelles going around. So Michelle Johnson. I was born and grew up in Germany. I came to the United States, to Woodbridge specifically, where I met Marcina many years ago. And then shortly after being there, my family is military. So we moved to Texas. I actually graduated high school here. I spent my last year, my senior year in San Antonio, Texas. And I was like, it's not for me. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. Being here, my senior year of high school, I was like, I didn't know anyone. You know, when you are a freshman and a sophomore, you know everyone. You're in your groups already, your cliques. And then once you become a junior, you're like, okay, I'm almost there. I'm like, people are looking up to me. I left right after that and I came to a school here and I was like, this is not for me. There was no diversity. There were no people who looked or acted like me. And I just felt so out of place. I literally came here. I finished my 9 months of my senior year and I went right back up to VCU. And then I decided to stay up there after I graduated because there's just more life in the DC, Northern Virginia area compared to San Antonio, at least in my opinion. So that being said, I have been I was up in the Woodbridge area for some time. And then obviously COVID came around and hit. And I decided that I was not going to continue renting out my apartment, my lease. I was paying like $1,500 for rent. Okay. And everyone was working from home. There was no need for me to go back into the office. No one was needing me to do anything in person. I was like, well, why would I continue to pay all this money? Why can't I just go back to San Antonio, be with my parents and stay with them? So I recently just did that. I packed up all my stuff. I put it all in storage and I was like, I'm taking my car and I'm going back to San Antonio.
You said, peace out, VA.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
That's what's up.
They both, Marcina and Michelle, just happened to move the same day. Both of them pieced us out. So
no, the funny part though is that we switched because I was living with my parents after college and now I'm in Florida by myself. And now she did the opposite, which is funny. So now she's in Texas where they lifted the mask mandate a couple weeks ago. So how is that over there?
They did just lift it. I think maybe a week after I got here is when the governor announced that there was going to be no mask mandate, meaning if you're going into a business, it is up to the business if they would like their patrons to wear a mask or not. And so a lot of places like grocery stores, like Walmart, HEB, y'all probably don't know what HEB is, but it's like Texas's main grocery store. They still require people to wear masks, but if you're going to like a restaurant or to like a mom and pop shop, a little business owned by a family, some people don't require it, and you'll see people walking around with no masks. I don't care what the governor says. I'm gonna wear my mask because I don't know what other people doing out here. So me and my family wear our masks. But once you start going in the boonies, like if you're not in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, the big cities, and you're like in areas that are not so populated, it is very common to see people doing whatever they want, no mask. They don't care who they're around. I mean, it's wild.
Sounds pretty lit.
Dom was like, I'm gonna go visit Texas now.
I gotta go to Houston, pop a few bottles. You know what I'm saying?
How's it like in Florida, Merce? Do you have to? I feel like don't nobody already wear masks. Well, we already know what happened in Miami. So.
Oh Lord, yes.
Oh, well, are we about to talk about the spring breakers in Miami? I was in Miami.
Oh my God.
A couple weekends before.
Yeah.
I was literally in Miami like a week or two ago, and nothing was crazy until like I came back and I was like, dang, they really took over South Beach, going crazy, whatever. Obviously, the people who live there in Miami are like pissed.
What do y'all think about that though?
Their curfew is at 8 p.m.
What do y'all think about that?
It's 8 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Are they wilding? Are the spring breakers wilding, or it's whatever?
No, for some reason they're wilding more than they used to, because I've been to Miami for spring break multiple years in a row, and it's never been like crazy. You'll just see the stuff like on the beach, drinking, whatever. Yeah. The stuff I saw on like social media about them like running into the streets.
In the street?
Thousands of them, hundreds of them.
That girl on top of the car, like
busting it open.
Yeah, I've never seen it like that since. And I've been to like Miami spring break, but no, here, no one wears it. I mean, in my apartment, it says like, common areas when you're walking in the hallway, when you're in the mail room, gym, like wear a mask. No, people get on the elevator with me. They don't wear their mask. They walk their dog. I wear mine because it's about other people, not yourself. But it's Florida, and I've learned. I mean, I honestly, like, I feel weird wearing my mask when I go outside. Everyone's just like looking
at
no one wears. Yeah, I mean, the gym, each treadmill is like, with people, there's no like sign that says, hey, use the other side, leave a space. No, I went to the gym at 5:30 one time, which is a mistake, and I was like, damn, this is like pre-COVID gym, like packed.
COVID, that's COVID central.
Gotcha.
Were they wearing masks or no? No one was even wearing.
Oh, at the gym, no. Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
That's terrifying.
And that's Florida.
Hey, you got them antibodies. Fuck it. You might take that mask off.
Wait. Speaking about, did you guys see Ted Cruz? Like, did you guys see on the news, Ted Cruz, which is the governor of Texas, he was speaking to the press about some issue, and he didn't have a mask on. And one of the reporters was like, sir, can you put your mask on? And he was like, no.
Oh, I did not.
He was like, we've all been vaccinated. That's the point. That's the whole point of the vaccine. And the reporter was like, it would make us feel more comfortable. And he was like, no, absolutely not. I was like,
wow.
White people added it again.
Said that everybody still should wear a mask, even if you've been.
I mean, because like any vaccine, it's not 100. Nothing is 100%.
Nothing is 100%. Mm-hmm.
You can get it and transmit it to other people. It's like have the decency to protect yourself and others. Thank you. Good job.
Yes. Mine next Wednesday, I'm getting my first dose.
All right.
Yay.
Speaking of vaccinated, I'd like to ask you guys a hypothetical question. Say y'all a business owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how in Texas, the business owner have the option to make it mandate you wear your mask or not. So let's look at it profit wise. So if you can make 50% profit with making the mask mandated in your restaurant or establishment, or you can get double that profit if you say you can do whatever you want. What you choosing? And you got to work in there.
I would say you have to wear a mask. I mean, I feel like at that point it's just you're not even thinking about the well-being of your own like people and the community that's coming in. Because what happens when you find out someone done caught COVID in your business, and now that's all over social media, and now you went from 100% profit to nothing at all. So now, how are you gonna pay your rent?
Not even 100 from well, you're right. Yeah, 100 to nothing. That's exactly my thought process.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. See, I'm being money hungry and shit. But then on top of that, what you just said, what if let's just say, what if one person, like one of your cooks get it, and then your waiters get it, then everybody got it, then you really going to shut down. You right? Damn.
Yeah.
Not even a choice in mind.
Oh, I have a quick question, just kind of related. So I flew recently to Chicago with Michelle. We had like a really quick like work from home situation. We all were safe, obviously. You know, going to Chicago, you have to go and get tested and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I flew American. The rest of the girls flew United. And I don't know, Michelle, if this happened on your flight, but on my flight, my American flight, they had me take a survey, which I'd actually never done before. And I've been flying American for years. And the survey was related to COVID. And it was talking about like post-COVID, will you guys be flying more, blah, 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 blah. And the last question was, how would you feel if there was something called a digital vaccine passport? I don't know if you guys have heard about it before, but essentially for people who don't know what it is you can, upon traveling, whether it should or shouldn't be mandatory is now up in the air, but you basically show like on your phone or whatever, a passport, whatever, that you have went and gotten vaccinated for COVID. And the question that was said was, do you think it should or should not be mandatory? Which I thought was very interesting for American Airlines to ask their patrons. I mean, I said, it shouldn't be mandatory, but instead, you should have to get tested. There needs to be one or the other. I feel like imposing a vaccination on someone in their own beliefs or whatever they have, I think is, even with everything going on, isn't right. But, you know, with that being said, how do you guys feel about?
Also, what you think?
And I felt there's some people that can't get vaccinated because they've had, you know, allergic reactions before. So I would say, the whole maybe have a rapid test at the airport. I know in a couple airports, I think it's Dulles and most of them. In our area, they have the rapid test kiosk now. So if they have that, you know, you can show us your passport or get this rapid test real quick, and then you can get on. I think that would be good.
Can you imagine how like the anti-vaxxers, and we know that they're out there, are gonna feel if it was like mandatory? Like, what are y'all gonna do now?
Oh
I mean,
God.
it's to a point, it's not embarrassing, but it is like a way of like, oh, okay, let's just say, let's see your vaccine passport. And let's just say it lists all the vaccines you've ever gotten now, like for yellow fever, smallpox, whatever, while you're traveling around. I mean, essentially this entire documentation, whoever is working, you know, at TSA or whatever is now going to be able to see everything you got vaccinated. Or if you don't have vaccine, you're just going to be turned away. And it's like, yeah, you didn't get vaccinated for this. And I don't know if it becomes discriminatory at a point, you know, where it's imposing on people's rights.
It's just, we're just in weird times because we've never experienced this. You know, everyone who's been
alive, it's like
is,
sensitive stuff. So it's like,
so I do agree with just the rapid testing. I think each state and country is, you know, limited to their own like opinions and what they want to do for people to enter their state, their country. Obviously, I didn't know when you guys flew to Chicago that they might ask for a test or whatever, because flying to states like Florida and Texas, they don't ask for anything. You know? So it all depends state by state.
Chicago. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I was just going to touch on that the city of Chicago put out notices, updates every Monday, and sent those notices to us a week before we left, and it said that anyone entering the city of Chicago, you need to get a negative test. So if you're flying in, go get one within 72 hours, so 3 days of your arrival. So all of us went ahead and we got tested, you know, within the 3-day time frame. And I don't know if they're saying that just to make people go get tested or to like to try to weed out people who want to come into the city, because
I think it's both.
We all got tested and none of us got questioned or asked to show our results when we got on the plane, when we got off the plane, when we got into the airport, when we left the airport, nothing. So I think it's a really good way actually to force people to go get a test.
Yeah.
I mean,
because essentially what was it? It was, if you're from, so this happened like in November. So Chicago essentially is just trying to keep their numbers really, really low. So they started doing this whole thing of, and I think it's like one of the few cities in the United States where, hey, like before you come in, you either have to test negative or, you know, whatever. But for us during the time, it was a list of states where if you flew in, you had to get tested. Callie, actually, Jen was the only one that didn't have to get tested because she came from a state that has like a certain amount of cases per day and it was decreasing. So she was okay. She didn't have to get tested. We did. I came from the state of Pennsylvania. She came from Texas. Michelle Luna came from Virginia. So we all had to get tested. But you have the option not to get tested. And if you don't get tested, you just have to quarantine for 10 days. I mean, obviously, you know, people aren't going to follow that rule, but we wanted to be respectful to Chicagoans and not, you know, infest their city with our germs.
But no one asked.
I would have probably asked somebody to look at my stuff. If y'all made me go get a test,
I know.
Look at this.
That's part of me here.
Part of me thought that they would secretly ask certain people, like when you got
they might,
and maybe they did. I don't know, but I know I wasn't one of them, and that's actually really smart if they do that. Because can you imagine not getting tested, like risking it? Okay, oh, I'm just not going to get tested. I'm going to go, and then you show up, right? You're about to get off the plane, and then they were randomly choosing people, and you're like, no, I ain't go get tested. Like you have to go back.
So what's gonna happen after that though?
You can't
They'll send you back, or they're probably gonna be like, you're gonna have to pay for $10 for a hotel.
They better pay
and
for
get quarantined.
Fuck you mean?
Or find a rapid test.
Supposed to get tested.
Nah.
Oh yeah, or make them pay for a rapid test.
They didn't say they didn't say mandatory. It was more of like a hey, you should.
No, it said mandatory on the site. No, it's mandatory. And the other thing they say is if you get caught, there's like a $5,000 fee. I was like, oh hell no. I'd rather pay. Yeah, if you are caught without a test, let's say for any instance, God knows we were in like some bars and lounges. I mean, obviously it was social distance. Everywhere we go, we had to get a table. We had to pay for like table service and stuff like that. But with that, like, let's just say if something were to come about and they're like, oh, so, you know, they're checking IDs. Obviously, we all have out of state IDs. Everyone at the establishment 100% would have the right to ask, hey, you guys came from out of state? When'd you come? Like, do you guys have like a COVID test? So I was like, you know what? The $5,000 ain't worth it. They want us to get tested. It's not that big of a deal, even though domestic travel doesn't seem that serious.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to get there safely and kind of enjoy your time working from home. I think that's what a lot of people can do safely, especially if they work, you know, 100% from home, get a test, quarantine, kind of, you know, see the city while you social distance. And it's good on like your health instead of, you know, staying in the same place the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I highly suggest people do that. Take the opportunity to go work from home somewhere else if you can get there safely, even if it's driving up somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, a different change of scenery and pace, and then like all of us girls, like I said, we got tested, so we knew we all were safe. Like it's definitely good for people if you're like quarantining by yourself, or like even if you're just with family and you kind of really need like a break from all of that. I can't imagine, man.
Exactly. Well, so now steering away from like the COVID and traveling stuff, we're going to get into a little bit of pop culture with like some of the latest news. Have you guys heard of the little Scott Dissick, Sophia Richie incident or claim?
Nah, I haven't
what happened? What happened?
So from keeping up with the Kardashians, basically, Sophia
you
Richie.
look like you should be on The Real.
The Real?
Over the table or whatever the fuck that shit is.
I know, I should put in like my audition reel or whatever.
All right, my fault. Keep going.
But so basically, as you guys know, Sophia Richie and Scott Disick, they've been dating for a good minute. And they recently officially split in August 2020. So last year. I did
not know that.
Because Sophia Richie asked him to choose between her and Kourtney Kardashian, who is his ex, the mother of his children. And he's basically like, no, because she'll always come first because she's the mother of my children. And I think we all know he still has like love for her. But Sophia's like, well, if you're not going to put me first, I don't ever want to, you know, be the second woman. So how do you guys feel about that? Do you think, so like ladies, if you're dating a guy and he has children with his ex is he right to put his baby mama first, or does his girl / fiance / current wife come first?
I would never.
You want to be first place or second, ladies?
We can let Michelle answer first.
Second. No, I would never. So all due respect to the mother of, to Courtney, because she's the mother of his 3 children, right? But if they're no longer together and they're in a strict like co-parenting situation and she's doing her thing with other people and he's doing his thing with other people, I don't see why he would disregard his partner and say, I'm sorry, you will never be first. You can't be first because Courtney or whoever this other woman is, the mother of his children, will always be my number one. Now, why would I sit there and take that and be like, okay, that's fine? No, I would not want to be anyone's second. I understand that she's the mother of your children. She will always be a part of your life, our life together. But for you to say that, oh, she's going to be my number one, she'll always be my number one, you just have to accept that. As a no for me, dog. No.
Yeah, it was saying that he wasn't prioritizing her and that like Sophia wanted to push him out, which I understand now. If it's like a current girl is like, don't talk to her, don't text her, that's like, well, no, I got to co-parent with them. That's my children, that's my ex, that's fine. But if it's like he can't make her his priority because Courtney or his ex comes first, then I'm just like, you don't, even if she is your ex and the mother of your children, you don't have to prioritize. You could prioritize your children 100%.
Of course. Yeah.
Not the mother of your children if that's your ex.
My thing is, was this even discussed like in the beginning of the relationship? So I think I'm a smart bitch. I think I'm smart as hell. So like if I'm going to date a man who already is divorced and has X amount of kids, my first thing is, okay, where do your priorities align? Is the kids going to be coming here? Are they going to be with the mom? So you're going to be talking with the mom a lot. Like, how is this still going to happen? This would be discussed first thing from the bat, as soon as the relationship I could see was about to take off. So I could avoid all of this because like Michelle said, I mean, the last thing I want is we're 5 years into the relationship and he's just all like, oh, well, you've been second. I would be like, what the hell? Like, no, I don't want to hear that I'm second 5 years in. And then I realize those 5 years I've always been in second place.
Right.
Now, if this has been discussed and what his definition of first priority, meaning like, oh, okay, well, whenever she calls, because she has custody of the kids and kids there, I'm always going to pick up her phone calls. I'm always going to text her and stuff like that. I have absolutely no problem with that. Those are your kids. That's your baby mother. That's something I don't understand because I don't have kids with you. I don't know what that feeling will be like. So maybe she's going to need help, or maybe there's things that she needs to inquire with you about with the kids and the well-being and stuff like that. I'm okay with that. But 5 years in or whatever, X amount of years in, and then saying that I'm in second place when I thought this was already discussed is not okay. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
I feel as though, and I'm probably just putting a situation into their situation, but he probably told her at the beginning, like, oh yeah, I'm all about you. And then realized he was still in love with what's his name?
Courtney.
And now he's all like, oh no, she's always gonna be first. No, the kids obviously should be first.
Yeah.
And yes, obviously you are the emergency contact if an emergency happens. But I'm not gonna just sit around and seeing you like droopy-eyed and all these things over your ex-wife while you're still with me. You might as well just be with her. Leave me alone. And she's younger than him.
A lot younger. So it's like, is it her fault for not
she still
seeing
got a
this
lot
coming?
of mojo in her.
Yeah. Dom, what you think from like a man's perspective? Would you put your baby mama first, even though that's your ex and the mother of your children, or like your current girlfriend should be priority?
All right, I'll answer after you answer this question about the whole situation. For one, how long they been dating, or are they married?
I gotta.
Because Courtney and Scott were never married. They always dated.
Yeah, I forgot. They never actually
married.
Like,
and then
they just dated forever.
So what about the dude? Scott,
they only dated
Sophie or whatever the hell her name is.
They only dated, but it was like for a few years. I want to say like 2-3 years.
2 years.
Oh, it's not even that long.
Yeah.
True.
2 years. I thought it was longer than 2 years. It's 2 years.
Oh, that's not even that long.
Yeah. For one, I think the media is probably blowing it out of proportion. I think it's probably like anything. If she calls and it's like real, like you said, anything, if she calls and it has something to do with my kids or involved with my kid, that comes first. I don't think he was like, she as an individual comes before you. If that is the case, I think that is a problem. I would definitely take my, girlfriend or, wife or whatever she is to Scott Dissick first. But I think it's all about respect and how soon he told her. You know what I'm saying? I think with any relationship you need transparency. So I don't know if the rabbit got out the hat late or this just happened. I'm not really sure, but I think that's my answer. But I got a question for you guys, for you ladies. So are y'all saying no is because it's an ego thing, y'all don't want to be second, or it's about a respect thing?
Oh, respect.
Wait, respect for who?
Because this is my thing.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
If that's your man, that's your hubby, that's your bae, isn't it like whatever he say go?
Okay, well, so then how Bae gonna feel if like, hey, look, I'm gonna keep my ex as number one. Like we just broke up a couple months ago, but Bae gonna be number one, but you can be number two. Just like your ex-girl is your number one. I mean, we shared a dog together, so he can be my number one.
You don't know what we went through. You don't know what we went through. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think Sophie
be with her then.
She was with me shooting in the gym though. Like, come on now.
But I think Scott Dissick has like, even after, because of what they all built together, their like little empire, and Scott Dissick was so actively part of it in the beginning. Sure. He's still actively part of it even after their breakup. Like he was still featured in the episodes.
Courtney put him on.
Huh?
Courtney put him on though.
Yeah, I know, but
like, you can say if it wasn't for her, that he wouldn't be dating that girl he dating now. So I don't know. Obviously, she changed his life. So I don't know. Obviously. If it's me, I wouldn't do it. But then again, I can't say he's wrong for that. I will say that. I can't say he's wrong for that because you don't know the full story.
Me personally, I don't even think I could be with someone who was that involved in my children.
That's what I was going to get at. They're so involved in the show. The sisters are always texting. They're like hanging out on their, like Chloe and Scott are hanging out on their kids. I mean, I get it. But yeah, for me, it's to say, it's just too weird.
They're so embedded in each other's lives. It's very hard. It would be very hard for a woman to date him because he will know, no matter what happens, he will always be tied to the Kardashian family. And I personally would not be able to take that because I
was gonna say, and it's the Kardashian family on top. They are literally the most powerful family, like in American pop culture. Like they are our royal family. When people think of Americans, their number one is like literally, no, it actually was shown like a couple years ago, like the UK has like their royal family. Unfortunately, the Kardashians are
America's. What a great country.
Okay. So I think I know your answers to this, but help me with it or walk with me.
Go ahead, Dom.
So as far as since we're talking about relationships,
talk to me.
And you don't like how their relationship's so public and all that shit. So
Dom, bring your face close to the mic. I can barely hear you.
What would you like your now I feel like a rock star and shit. Hold up. What would you like your relationship to be as? You like it private or somewhat public or very public? No, just in general.
It's a loaded question.
If you're like being famous?
No, not famous.
Just like, how do you like your relationships? Do you like them very private?
What do you guys think about? What do you guys? If you don't want to talk about personal, what do you guys think about public relationships? Like, is people doing too much? Every time we go out to eat, they posting. Is that?
I was gonna say, I hope I don't offend anyone because I actually have very strong feelings about this for some reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's because when I was younger, I was there. As I grew up, first when I was younger, just like everyone else, I loved putting everything in their mother. Like everyone had to be informed of where I went with my boyfriend, what we were doing, what we were eating, what we did that day. It was exaggerating, but still, it was just like on stories or Facebook or whatever. The older I got, the more I was like, okay, I really don't think it's necessary for people to know that me and him are going out to eat or that we have this, unless it's something that's just like small, that means something to me, that it's like, oh, okay, well, I feel like sharing this with my friends. I think people who put every aspect of their relationship on Facebook, I can't take, or Instagram, I can't take it seriously. I think of it as a very childish relationship. And that's just my opinion. That might not be true of the reflection of the actual relationship, but that's just how I see it. And I just think when you keep some things private, it makes it more special. It's just between you guys. I just can't imagine wanting to inform everyone everything about everything.
Because once you inform everyone, they're going to be clocking you, right? And so once you, especially if it's not a long-term relationship, let's say you're dating the guy for 2 months and you're starting to post what you're doing, where you're going on vacation. Well, within 6 months, y'all break up. Everybody's going to know, and everyone's going to be in their group chat talking about it. Hey,
they haven't posted.
They haven't posted. She deleted all her pictures of him. Like, he's out with his girl.
Chat. It might be. Bitch, it might be.
Elsa, what you think? You know what I'm saying? Since you got experience, we us up here, we single and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a relationship. What you think, Elsa?
I post here and there.
Yeah.
I feel like my relationship, well, like Ria was saying,
yeah.
Once you get older, things become more sacred, and there's no need to post everything. Yeah. But every now and then I'll post my boo just so you know.
Yeah.
When you're let him know he's still there.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, I haven't posted Rainier in a long time. So I'm like, you know what? Motherfuckers over there like cooking eggs. Let me just take a photo just to let y'all know we still dating. It's been 3 months. We're still there. I haven't said anything.
There.
You do gotta let them know. You for as a female, you gotta let them know. Like,
no, every now and then, yeah.
The wolves preying on y'all downfall. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I learned when I was a little bit younger that the more you post and start involving people in your relationship, the more they start having their own opinions about how you should act. Oh, what happened? Like what you should do if y'all got in a fight, or like now this other person has been like invited right into your relationship in some way. They start forming their own opinions, and they're like, oh man, I don't really. Oh, y'all got in a fight again? Oh, y'all made up? Oh, y'all got in a fight again? Like, you know what I mean? People start feeling some type of way towards your partner. Yep. And I learned that way that I should keep my situations to myself and to only a certain amount of people. That if I wanted to go to someone for advice, then maybe I would speak about things that were going on because I wanted advice or just wanted to talk to someone. But yeah, once you start telling everyone, posting on social media, everyone's going to start being like, oh, look at them, look at this. Oh, she hasn't posted him. Oh, did they get in a fight? Oh, you know what I mean?
You must really hate that because your last relationship, you didn't post like ever. So that makes sense.
Because it's nobody's business. Yeah. Unless I'm telling you that, like it's not for you to know. I will tell certain people, like I've told a couple people about what was going on, but it was no one else's business. And I didn't want to hear about what other people were thinking, what they thought. I don't care what you think. It's my relationship, my situation. If I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. But other than that, you mind yours and I'll mind mine. Thank you.
Yeah, she going crazy.
Yeah. And it's like those girls who post, and I still think it's childish. There's certain people that I know who still do this.
Go ahead.
It's just crazy.
Who?
No, bitch. People who get in a relationship, I'll tell you in a group chat, girl. There's still certain people who have to tweet everything that goes on in the relationship. And it's just all like, man, dudes ain't shit. And I'm like, man, they must have just gotten an argument. They got an argument. What's wrong now? So then I was like, I ain't got nothing else to do on my Saturday night with my boo. Let me go ahead and go through your Instagram. What's wrong? You still got some photos up? Okay, let me go to his profile. Oh, he's at the club without you. Oh, so it's a big argument now.
Exactly.
Shit.
It becomes everybody's business now. The more you put
I'm like, if you're telling all your followers, it's my business now. Don't get mad at me. When I'm like, oh, so I saw you and your man got an argument. You're like, that's none of your business. Well, boo-boo, yeah, it is. You have your Twitter on public.
Whatever you post is for the streets.
That meme that said, don't get mad if I'm all in your relationship. You put it out there.
Yes.
We got invested in this, so tell us
Exactly. This is my novella. Let me go ahead and enjoy what y'all got going on.
Well, I think this is a good transition into the Audacity segment that we have today. So, Dom, are you okay?
Dom's like, damn, that's mine.
Nah, I didn't. Nah,
I know what he was thinking.
I seen another question. I seen another question that we ain't fuck with. But all right, okay. You know what I'm saying?
I get way ahead of myself.
What's that next question?
We can go to it because it has to deal with relationships and stuff. Yeah, ladies, I have a question. Oh, have y'all, when you guys were single,
hey, I need 100% truth too. I don't want no fucking lying. I want the 100% truth.
Here we go. Ready?
I had to put some sauce on it.
All right. Has a man ever flown you out?
And you don't gotta say who. I just need to answer yes or no, and we can go to the next question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Michelle?
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, me either. No. Okay. So if you're talking to a dude that's like in another state, another city, is it his responsibility to fly you out?
No.
And we say fly you out. We saying the dude
if they
pay
invite
for it.
you out.
Yeah.
Like if they're extending the invite, hey, I would like.
He's like you should come see me in Houston. Come see me in Houston. You'd be like, all right, I'll come see you.
Oh, fly me out. Let's get flew out, baby. Let's get flew out.
Pay for
me. Yeah. That would be nice. I mean, who would say no if someone's offering you a flight and you're interested in the person and they're interested in you? Would you actually be like, no? I mean, I don't think I know.
Right, but what if he wants to come to you? Like, I want to come to your city. Are you just gonna be like, all right, buy your ticket? Like, does it work both ways?
Nah. Stay on the question.
Yeah, he gotta buy his own ticket.
It is a question.
Wow, fuck this. Double standard like shit. But we gonna stay on the question.
Wait, I missed it. What did Elsa say?
She said he gonna have to buy his own ticket.
Why do I have to pay for his ticket?
So why does the guy? Okay, I'll shut up. Go. So back to the question, and we'll go back to that. So is it a man's responsibility to pay for a girl's flight? So y'all messing around a couple of times, and y'all are, talking stage, and he says, hey, come visit me in DC, you all the way in Texas, right? So are you expecting the man to pay for it or no? So no, anyone saying yes?
I say no because I feel like once you get there, he's gonna be providing the dinners and the food and like maybe the telly accommodation. So it's like the balance. I'll pay $300 for the flight, but you got me on dinner sometimes.
So now one of y'all is like, he better pay.
No, in my opinion, if you're getting flued out,
that shit. Fuck that.
If you're getting flued out, he must want to see you a lot more than you want to see him. If it's to the point where it's all like, hey, look, I'm gonna fly you out. I'm gonna pay for it.
Shit, I be getting
flown, girl, flown.
No, I know. I'm being stupid because I saw what was it meme? It's like we all getting flued out this hot girl summer. I was like, okay.
True. I feel like I'm on the fence. It kind of brings me back to like if I'm being invited out to dinner, I feel like it's kind of the same concept, like someone. So if the man was like, hey, come visit me, I would love for you to come.
Extending the invite to you, right?
Extending the invite, right? And it's like, I'll pay for your. Would I expect him to pay for my ticket? That's no. But a part of me would think, okay, well, I would assume that he would, if he's not paying for the ticket, then he would do dinners or something or help me out with like housing or something. So no, 100%. I don't expect it, but a part of me would be like, okay.
You want him to offer it.
So does he lose points?
That would be
does
really
the man
nice.
lose points if he don't pay for it? Okay, that's a better question. You don't lose any points?
I don't think no. Now, if he doesn't offer to pay for anything, like dinners or anything, and y'all are there for everything, then I'm like, damn, you invited me.
My drawing the line is so let's say like I want to go out there, I want to fly out there, whatever, and I pay for my own ticket. If I'm stuck finding my own accommodation, oh hell no, then it's a girls' trip at that point. I'm like, no.
I'm inviting my girls too then. Let's go.
I'm like, no, because if I'm flying out and you're not offering for me to stay at your place, oh, okay, well, I stay at my mama's house. Well, damn. Well, it looks like we're going half on an Airbnb. If I got to pay for the whole Airbnb myself, I'm like, you know what? You can stay at your mama's house. I'm bringing my girls, and we're going to split this Airbnb, and I'll see you when I see you. Like,
we'll meet you at the
like, we'll see you in the lobby. Like,
bring your boys.
All right, and last one, and then we can go to Audacity. So on top of that, so say he don't pay for the flight, right? You pay for it. Boom, you get to the airport, and he's like, yeah, you got to pay for the Uber to get to my crib. He losing points then? He ain't even.
You
he
said
ain't even
picking me up from the airport?
Nah, he said I'm busy, but I see you at the crib.
But then
No, I gotta take a day off to fly to you. You can't take a day off to come pick me up from the airport.
I'm busy,
a day?
baby. I'm
That's
busy.
not even a day. That's like 30 minutes for an hour
I'm
most.
busy though. So you ain't even fucking with it if he don't pick you up.
No.
So that's where that clip.
Okay,
takes
so
us.
that would ruin my entire trip.
If he is working and he's like, hey, I had like last minute stuff to do. I have an hour. Like if you land, I'm gonna get you an Uber. Come to me. That'll be fine. Like get me the Uber. But if he's like, oh, I can't pick you up. Can you Uber here? If he asked me, can you Uber here? I'd be like, no, I'm Ubering to the hotel or like.
Y'all lying. Y'all coming like shit. Y'all
no,
just gonna be pissed.
you know,
you
know how petty females are. You know how petty females are.
He gonna touch you where you don't like it, but you like it, and then you gonna giggle, and then y'all gonna be good. Y'all gonna be good after an hour or two.
He gonna touch you where you don't like it, but you gonna like it.
What kind of women do you think we are?
Like he's setting the tone, like telling the girl she already paid for the flight.
It's just a temporary mood swing.
You're setting the tone for the rest of the trip. I'm gonna be sitting like this the whole time. Like,
oh, I know you gonna be sitting.
Nah, just no.
I'm either. What kind of women do you think we are? We just gonna let these men walk all over us?
I'm not gonna disrespect y'all queens on what is it, International Women's Month? Come on now. I'm not gonna do that.
That's right. Good job, John. Good save.
All right, so let's get it. Let's get it with the audacity. Who taking it?
Wait, hold on, real quick. Dom, what if a girl offered to fly you out?
I mean, fly me out, Dami. Yes, fly me out, sis. What? Yes.
But then you had to pay for everything else. But you had to pay for everything else.
Yeah, babe, I'm too busy.
What's a little stack? All right, let me chill out. But yeah, I do that. It's cool.
If she was all like, hey, look, I'll pay for your $300 round trip ticket, but you gotta, and I live with my mama, but you gotta pay for the hotel for us to stay at and all the dinners and the Ubers and stuff. You're okay with that?
Yeah, I be tricking, so it's whatever. Especially if I fuck with her.
You be tricking?
Yeah,
you be tricking. You little hoe.
Tricking?
I be tricking. It's cool.
He's a hoe. That means he's a hoe. He be turning hoes. That means he be pimping out bitches.
No, I don't.
What's the definition?
I be tricking. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I do that.
Right. Hold on, Mike, the editor. Go ahead. Put up the definition of tricking right here.
If I like her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but all right, audacity.
Yeah.
Who
keeping up with these slang terms? I cannot. Audacity.
Spending your money on a female so she stay with you. That's what tricking means.
What's the word? Trick it?
Y'all want me to define it?
Tricking.
Urban Dictionary says, oh my God.
No. It says spending your money on a female so she stay with you.
Are you in Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
She on Urban Dictionary and shit. But hey, that's good. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to do that.
Let's go into the audacity. So this audacity segment was inspired by Quavo and Sweetie, but
Quavo!
But we were talking about like, oh, you know, they broke up. He gifted her a car. Did he take it back or no? I think Elsa confirmed for us earlier today that TMZ confirmed he didn't take it back. So let's be hypothetical and let's say he did take that shit back and was like, damn, that was a Rolls Royce, some expensive Lambo car shit. Question is, would he be wrong for that if he did take his car back? Like, so let's say y'all in a relationship, right? You gift your man, your girl, Cartier, Rolex, Yeezys. I don't even know what's expensive nowadays, but you break up within like that month of the gifting it. Do you ask for it back or is that fucked up because you gifted it to them? And it's theirs now.
I don't want that. I want it as if the guy buys you, let's just say your favorite purse, let's say a Dior purse or some shit like that. And y'all break up. Is he fucked up if he takes it? I want to hear y'all emotions if the gift get taken from you, not the other way around.
Wait. If it gets taken, like
yes. Y'all break up.
How would you like? How
give something expensive? I take that shit back.
Dior is not yours no more.
I'm snatching that shit back like my edges.
What the hell?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey yo,
that's shit. I don't know. Like
So,
if
yeah,
it's that expensive,
Yeah, I think it's fucked up.
Or
I'll start there.
Or he got you some red bottoms or some shit like that, and you haven't
It
even
depends
worn
on
them.
how long the gift. If he gave me like red bottoms or a Dior purse, and it was like 3 years ago, and he's asking back for it now, I think it's fucked up.
No. I think I said wait, what? If he gave it to you 3 years ago and he asked for it back, it's fine.
No, I think it's fucked up. I think it's stupid.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying within the month. So let's say
it was only
March
dating
1st.
for a year though. I think.
Huh?
It was only dating for a year. Are y'all talking about?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like, let's say it's March 1st, it's your birthday, he gives you this, right? March 23rd, y'all break up and he asks for it back. Is that fucked up because he just gifted it for you for your birthday?
You give a gift to give a gift.
Yeah.
You don't give a gift and then say, oh, well, if anything happens, I'm going to take it back. You're giving a gift out of the goodness of your heart because you like that person.
Moment, yeah.
You want to give it to them just because you want to give them something. I think it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a laptop. It could be a pair of Nike shoes. It doesn't matter what the gift is. You should never be like, oh, well, I'm taking it back because we broke up. You're supposed to give it because it's something that you wanted to gift to them because you're doing out the kindness of your heart. How's it look? Yeah, and you take it back after y'all broke up.
Wait, can I throw a little curveball in there?
Go ahead.
What if
that's rolling dice?
The person,
my girl.
I gotta stand up. Oh shit. What if the person cheated on you though? What if you gave a gift and then y'all broke up because they cheated? Now's it fucked up to get it back?
Who cheated? The girl or the guy? If the guy gives the gift and the girl cheated, or the guy?
The recipient of the gift cheated. The recipient of the gift cheated.
Oh, run me my shit back if you cheated on me. What?
Michelle, 100%. Now what you gotta say?
Michelle, now no, because Michelle said no, it's the kindness of your heart. So do you still have kindness in your heart?
Yeah.
The person cheated?
Giving that
First of all, if you gave someone some shoes, okay, I don't see how you could get that back if you unless you break into the house or something. If it's like a car and you got extra keys to the car, best believe I'm coming in there. I'm taking my shit back. But if it's something in someone's house, I don't know, like a piece of furniture or something, I don't know how realistically you could take that back. But yes, I would want my shit back.
Text and be like, give me it back.
So
that's such an embarrassment. That's such an embarrassment.
Way you can get your shit back.
Yeah.
So.
What you think, Elsa?
If it's the guy trying to take something back from me and I didn't cheat, I think it's messed up.
It is.
If I cheated, then I'll probably give it to him. I'll probably be like, here you go. Just take everything.
Rhea did say the women are petty. They're like, nah, this bag looks good with these shoes. I'm gonna keep it.
But I'll be the type though, even if he were to ask for it, if I think it's fucked up, I would still just take it because I don't need it anymore. Like it's just And if it's the other way around, if I gifted the guy something and he cheated, I wouldn't want it back. I'd just say keep it.
Because you just don't want to look at that.
I don't want it. What am I gonna do with it?
That's true. Are you guys ever in uncomfortable situations where it's you're dating a guy and you're like, wow, those are really nice shoes. And they're like, oh yeah, my ex last year gave it to me.
Yes, I've been there.
That's a good question. So yeah, so do you not want your mans to wear anything that was gifted to him by his ex?
Oh, I got something good for y'all.
Okay.
So when I first started dating Rainier, he had a ring.
She was trash.
He had a ring. And I was like, oh wow, this is a very interesting looking ring. Like, what is this? She was like, oh yeah, it was from one of my girlfriends or something, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, why is this even in the house? You ain't throw it away. And he was like,
he had his ex-girlfriend's ring on?
I don't know what it was. It was him and his ex it was in high school. It's not that deep. But they exchanged promise. Well, they exchanged promise rings, so it was deep enough for that. And he had
8 years ago. Fuck.
He had the ring still. And I was just all like, bruh, absolutely not. I'm trying to think of things that he has worn. I mean, he's never really been, but he's had shirts and stuff that girls have gifted him. And I'm like, you would never buy that for yourself. And he was like, oh yeah, someone gave it to me. And I was like, I knew you didn't buy it because it's ugly as fuck. And then I just walk away.
Aren't that one?
I personally, I'm petty like that. Like I said, I just don't like it because when I think of it, then immediately when I see in that shirt, I'm gonna think of the fucking girl.
Yeah,
I can't look past it. That's my personality.
You're human.
Any girls who don't care. I'm just one of those who do.
I wouldn't want to see that shit either.
It's funny because girls
Fuck
will
that
ask the
nigga Fred.
guys like, "Oh, damn, those are nice shoes. That's a nice ring. Like, where'd you get it from?" Right? But I have been gifted heels from a guy. You don't see a guy that I'm dating be like, "Oh, those are cute shoes. Like, where'd you get them from?" A guy would never ask me that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
You're
or
right.
like, "Damn,
As long
that's
as
a
you
nice
look
purse. Where'd you
good,
get it
fuck it.
Exactly. They won't ask questions.
Yeah, Merz,
The
that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, guys won't ask the girls where'd you get it from because they don't give a shit.
They don't ever give a fuck.
Whoa, okay, now you wilding. You wilding.
No, I was gonna say I've had some stuff that
We ain't gonna
is
care
in
where
the
you got
house.
it from though, that's for sure, or who bought the shit.
Mm.
Unless you tell us. If you tell us, it's gonna hurt our feelings. Like, damn, just like
Really?
literally what you just said. Like, damn, Fred done fucking bought you them just and you wearing that shit. Fuck that nigga Fred. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to know that shit.
Let's come up with the most random names.
Hey, today is Fred.
I was gonna say, damn,
A month
Freddie,
ago was
what's
Billy.
Freddie do? What's Billy?
My question is, why would you want to keep something that someone gifted to you and
Because
then
it's nice.
So then do you just give it back then?
No,
So
I'm
do you
keeping
just
it.
give
No,
it
but
back?
I mean, do you want that? I guess depending on the situation, why y'all broke up, would you want to continuously be reminded every time you look down, you see this ring, you see the reminder of this failed relationship? I mean,
well, if
Depends
it's
on how we
shoes, I
broke
be
up.
walking on my shoes. I be walking.
Yeah, I was
Depends
gonna
on how we
say.
broke up and if I had feelings.
I
for
think
it,
there's
so
there
if
is
not,
a
I'm
difference
rocking this shit.
between sentimental items that are gifted, like rings and jewelry and stuff like that,
Mm.
earrings, necklaces, and then there's the ones that's less sentimental,
Shoes, shirts.
which is what I prefer if I'm not married, which I'm not. Shoes, bags, clothing, and so that it doesn't hold as much sentimental value. Yes, it means something. Yes, I got it. But I know it's, this necklace, it's this pearl that I got on Christmas, or I got this ring because it's a promise of this relationship or whatever. I would keep the shoes, all that other stuff. The jewelry, I absolutely would not keep. I would give that back. I would give it away.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what do you do? Well, if you guys broke up a year ago, 2 years ago, you're not just gonna text and be like, I'm gonna give you your necklace you gave me back. You're just gonna sell it, or like?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can sell it, you can pawn it off, you can throw it away. I'd probably throw it away, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, damn.
That bitch.
How about y'all?
I'll sell it. If it has any type of value, I'll sell it. But if it's like little 50, 80, 100,
you go to pawn a necklace that was supposedly from Tiffany's, come to find out that shit was ordered from China and is not worth a dime. Damn.
That would be the come up for whoever bought this shit. And if the girl didn't know, that's crazy. I'm wild.
Well, guys,
would y'all keep the stuff, ladies?
What?
If it was jewelry?
I agree with you. If it's a sentimental gift.
Okay, if it's a necklace and it has my first initial M on it, I'm gonna keep it. Why not? But if it's like
it's a little more personalized.
A heart, diamonds, I don't know. It's everything has its like level. There's levels to this shit. Basically. Yeah. It's like if it's just a necklace from Forever 21, like I'm keeping it. But if it's like real gold, I'm just gonna keep it on the side and see what I'm gonna do with it later. So
I think it's like on the relationship and how deep it was or not.
Exactly.
Because I've gotten things like
that's what I'm thinking too.
I've gotten gifted stuff from guys that weren't even my boyfriend, and it was cute, so I kept it.
Fact.
But that's almost like I got gifted.
Yeah. But if it's like something sentimental, like when I look at it, it's gonna like Michelle was saying, if I'm gonna look at this ring and think about my ex, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, damn, y'all. Do y'all have anything?
I do actually, just because this makes me think when I was moving out and you guys had moved out and stuff, and so maybe y'all can relate. So speaking of exes giving you things, do you guys keep any of the cards your exes have given you during holidays? Because that made me think when I moved out, as I was moving out and I moved out of my parents' house and I got out of my relationship, which I was with for like 6 years, I stumbled upon literally a card, like a box of cards. For 6 years, I mean, you can imagine, for every fucking holiday, it was every card. And I know both of y'all moved out and y'all have had some exes too. So do y'all keep your cards? Do you throw them away? Would you guys be upset if you found out your significant other has kept cards from their exes?
I say throw that shit away. When I moved to Florida, I actually stumbled upon a couple cards for like Valentine's Day and pictures too, like cute little like printed pictures. I stared at it for a good minute. I'm like, I remember those days. Throw it in the fucking trash. So yeah, it's like it's over. I mean, you're moving, new chapter, whatever. Why do you want to keep that? Just to remind yourself of like what didn't work. So, and if I was dating a guy and I see a box full of like old love letters and stuff, nope, burn that shit. Yeah. Why are you so hung up on the past? Like there must be some feeling still there or something, you know?
Yeah.
So that would help.
Yeah, I agree.
Ish.
I have kept them in the past, but more recently, when I moved out, I was like, oh, good times. Don't need this shit no more. Bigger and better things out there for me. Moving on. So, I mean, it's just, why would you want to keep reminding yourself? I don't know. Maybe the breakup wasn't bad, so it's okay to keep certain things. But to me, it's like, I don't want to keep thinking about it and going back to it. And every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, yeah. Remember when he said Merry Christmas to my mom and dad? Like, no. No.
Yeah, no.
I would rather not. So.
And it also helps you kind of like move on. It's like, if you're keeping it, you're not being honest with yourself. But if you're, ready to dispose of it, then you're good. So.
Interesting.
But yeah, guys, fun topics today. Does anyone have anything else? Because I think we're ready to wrap up. Michelle, it was so good having you.
Thanks, Boo. I missed you. It's been a couple days since I've seen your face.
I know. Thank you for having me. I was happy to be here. So
awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in to
Talk to Me.